Look, everybody, little lion cubs. How special and precious is that? 4 little lion cubs. I think they're going to go south again, out of the reserve. So let's just enjoy the sight of them. Oh, I'm so tempted to go. We're going to try and go a bit closer, but I'm afraid they're all going south now. And now they're playing, oh no, you know what, there are too many people here. We're just going to wait here. But we've got a wonderful, wonderful view of them. Oh, wow. Isn't that nice? That's just fantastic. So it's a little bit confusing now because, of course, we're right on the boundary, so it's difficult to know how many vehicles are in and out of a sighting like this. So we're just going to wait here. There is another lioness to the north of the road. Let's just stand by here. They are still there, but I'm not going to push into the sighting. It looks to me like there are 2 ages of cubs there, 2 very little ones. So we do try and keep the vehicles I know there are a few new people watching today. We keep the vehicles in the sighting to 3. In an exceptional situation like this, where we're on the boundary and the sighting's been controlled basically by the people operating on the south there, you can get a situation where suddenly you have 4. But because we've got a long lens on the camera, we'll just wait here and see what happens. I don't think it's going to be possible to get too much more of a view, to be honest. But at least we saw little lion cubs. That was very special. And they were apparently about to come to the north. And they've turned around and gone back south again, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm afraid that's going to be it, everyone. We'll sit. I think it's worth my while, and therefore worth your while, just to sit here for a little bit longer and see if they don't come back to the north. But I can't get any closer to them at this stage. Yeah, I think that's it, everyone. I'm afraid. Let's just see what's going on here, because I know there is a lioness in there. All right, let's go. We can go. One of those vehicles is pulled out, so let's go in there and we can go and have a look at the other lioness. Just ease our way along here. It was so wonderful to see lion cubs again. I was really hoping to hear them calling, going, ow, 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 ow. Which, of course, is why they are even cuter than leopard cubs, although many would disagree. I don't know where the other lioness is. She's in here somewhere. You see her? No, that's her there. That's that big cat thing. That big cat thing on the ground there. Inside. This is wonderful. So we have a lioness. Now, many of you, of course, have watched the Nkuhuma Pride for a long time. We've watched the Styx Pride, but we don't see the Styx very often. Now, this, as far as I'm aware, is a Styx lioness. And I'd love to know if anybody has any disagreements on that. Do you all agree that this is a Styx lioness? I'm just looking with my binoculars. She's got quite a thick neck, I must say. Yeah, I don't recognize her as an Nkuhuma. See, her nose is kind of a... Well, it's mottled and it's got a nasty scar on the top of it. She's also got a bit of a beard, doesn't she, Viam? Mm-hmm. A bearded lady.
Looks a bit like a wolf.
She does look a bit like a wolf. Anyway, nice to have a lioness that we can have a look at. And maybe, just maybe, she'll call those cubs back again. Hello, Marianne. Very nice observation from you, and you've answered your own question exactly correctly. You say those lion cubs look very relaxed around the vehicle. Do they take their cues from their mother? Yes, they do. They take all their cues from their mother. And as soon as their mother thinks about being nervous or running away, then those cubs will take their message from her.
Yeah, cubs.
Can you see the cubs?
Just a tail.
Where do you want to move?
Nah, but you can see it a little bit.
Liam can see a cub's tail.
See, left hand
Oh,
top
yes,
corner.
yes. Well done. Brilliant spot. There, you can hear them calling. Or is that an alarm call? No, it's an alarm calling animal. You still see them, don't you?
I had a glimpse now.
Shall I go a little bit forward?
You can see it, you can see it.
Not taller. I'm just going to go past the front of them here. I'm just going to go past the front of you. Do excuse me. Thank you so much. Morning. We'll just stop here and have a look. Any luck there, Viam? How are you doing? Have you got a view there? Can you see them? Backwards. I've got them there. Yeah, got them. You see? There you can hear them calling. You can hear them calling.
Behind that leaf.
Look. And it's precisely that noise that I think gives them their incredible appeal. Thank you to all of you for confirming that that is a Styx lioness coming this way. This is wonderful. How are you?
Do you recognise Janice?
I do. It has, yes. Goodness gracious me. Somebody on the other vehicle, everyone from university I was with. Haven't seen her for 20 years. That was a vehicle going past. I think they missed the lines. Oh well. Sorry for them. There are two lionesses behind us now. But let's just stick on those cubs there. This is just brilliant stuff. Isn't that amazing? They're coming back this way. I'll now get out my camera so that I may take some rank average blurred photographs. She's calling the other two behind us who are just kind of grooming. Now they're coming this way. Here come the cubs. Oh, they're turned round. Don't go away. Here comes the lioness, VMB. She's also lactating. Oh, this is fantastic. Gone up onto the top of the termite mound there. And the same lioness we were sitting watching is still lying there doing nothing. But you could see that at least two of these females are obviously lactating. And I thought when I saw the four cubs that they're from two different generations, or certainly two different litters. Coming down the termite mound. You can hear them calling. Meow, meow. And then you can hear the mother calling as well. Ooh, ooh. Just brilliant. Haven't seen lion cubs for what? Since, well, probably since this time last year. When we last had the Styx Pride cubs frolicking around Treehouse Dam. Oh, coming down the mound again. Can you see the mound, Jim? Shall I go a little forward?
I no longer have a visual. No?
Let me sneak forward. But I think that might be it, I'm afraid. Yeah, let's look at the lioness. She also looks like she's lactating, you know. She's definitely lactating. I'm not going to take a photograph of him. Do you know why?
Because you're going to blur it?
Well, other than the fact that it'll be blurry, is that Lex Hess is watching us, of course, and Lex Hess doesn't have his camera out. There's obviously not a photograph worth taking.
You don't want Lex Hess to see your
No,
camera.
exactly. That's also true. James Richard, you want to know if this is enough lioness action for VM. VM, was this sufficient action, or did you want some kind of mayhem and death to ensue?
No, just whip pan.
Just whip panning.
Yeah.
Okay, he likes to whip pan. What that means, everyone, is swing the camera from side to side because the action is so incredible that you don't know where to look. That is actually worth, would have been worth a picture. There she goes. That's a whip pan to me, everyone. Just move back. Ooh, she's coming just behind us. And there she goes, and you can see the scars of a long life there all over the shoulders and all over the skin, and that's just from boxing and fighting and living the life of a lion. And that, everybody, is going to be certainly our first lion sighting for the day, perhaps not our only one, but not a bad one. That's it, I'm afraid. Fantastic stuff. Did you like that whip pan? Very nice whip pan. Really, working with VM is like working with a comedian full time. All right, let's move on from here. We're not too far from where I hoped Karula might come onto the reserve. Lex has been around here all morning, though, so I'm not sure if there are any tracks. We'll get an update from him, and then we'll see if we can find some tracks of the Great Queen. While we do that, let's head across to Byron, who has nothing. Just approaching the lions here, so let's drive very carefully. It should be just around the corner. The dam's here. I don't see any vehicles. Do you, VM? What was VM's? Oh, there we go. You see the lion, VM? Could you sound slightly more excited, please? I'm going to ask you again. Can you see the lion?
A little bit.
Okay, it's not really working, but let's go forward. So there she is, one lioness, looks very fat, and apparently the Nkahumas. There's another one over there. Two that side, one this side. best position to get into. Let's look at this one first. Good morning, madam. Now, who is this, everybody? Can somebody please identify which Nkuhuma lioness this is? I'm so bad with faces. Okay, so that's our pink-nosed semi-sub-adult. So we know her. She has got very swollen nipples as well. So whether she's about to give birth or not, she certainly looks fat enough to be about to give birth, but that might just be a meal that she's had. And in the background, the birds that Byron showed you, the brown-headed parrot. All right, so Sid, you're interested in knowing an update of the general sort of lion update of the area. Well, Sid, the general lion update is at least 2 Nkuhuma lionesses of the 5 have got cubs. 1 on Torchwood, 1 we think somewhere on Juma, at least another one about to give birth. And so that's the status of play, and the others possibly pregnant here at the Nkuhuma Pride. So that's the state of play here. Then on the Styx Pride, 3 females there today, but they do tend to join up with some others to the further south of them. They have got at least 4 or 5 cubs as far as I'm aware, and we saw them today, and so that was great. The Birmingham boys, 3 of them on Buffalo's Hook at the moment, and they were with 3 lionesses yesterday. Could well have been these 3, but I don't think it was these 3. So as yet sort of semi-unidentified lionesses. And then the Matimbas, our other males, they're headed off down to south towards Londolozi. And the other Birmingham boy, there were tracks of him wandering about Juma today. I suspect he's gone north into Buffalo's Hook to see if he can find his brothers. So that's a general lion update. And you can see these cats deeply fat at the moment, aren't they, Liam? Mm-hmm. Not moving around a great deal or with any kind of enthusiasm. Let's go and look at the others. They're over there. We'll just pop round the corner there. And, I mean, I could probably drive that close to her. I guess that's how we'll have to do it. So we're going to drive within 4 feet of this lioness, the world's most terrifying terrestrial predator. Well, maybe with the noticeable exception of the tiger. And because I'm not on foot, I think it's unlikely that she'll react. I'm still going to watch her very carefully and not take anything for granted. The quickest way to get yourself into trouble in the wilderness is to assume that everything is just A-OK all the time. Hello, madam. You don't think?
But you saw at the dam the other day.
You don't think she's pregnant?
Yeah, at that dam. She doesn't look pregnant.
So she's probably just lactating. No, she's not lactating. She's just fat, maybe. All right, let's see. Let's have a look at these 2. Yeah, that's interesting, Liam. So she's got swollen nipples, but she's certainly not lactating, so she's not suckling. All righty. This is not a great position, is it? Let me go forward a bit. And then we'll try and identify this lot. Oh, one of them's relieving herself right where she lies. Stunning. Now, who is that? She's also got a pinkish nose.
He's only checking
This is a close one, yeah. This is the youngest one. unsurprisingly to me, she doesn't look to be pregnant. And nor does this one, who's much older. An almost entirely black nose. And she doesn't have those swollen nipples. So I think that big lioness behind us is pregnant. Anyway, time will tell. And they're very peacefully lying here, happily in the shade. Well, in the sun, actually. But I think Sunday has become a little bit overwhelming for them. And they're going to chill out now for many hours to come. As is the way with lions. Nice work if you can get it, don't you think, View?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Joel, a very nice question from you. We've had some really good ones today. You're in New York and you say, does the drought affect the nutritional status of the lions because the prey that they eat obviously is affected by the drought? Joel, I don't think there's a sort of continuum. So if you think of a graph of, I know graphs to most people will make them go to sleep, but if you think of a graph of nutritional content on the y-axis and time on the x-axis, you could basically draw a sort of parabola there. And so on your x-axis, I'll try and draw this for you and show you what I mean just now. But basically, Joel, what it means is that the nutritional status of the cats will actually go up during a drought to start with, because as the animals weaken, so they will be easier to catch, and so there will be more to eat. And then certainly, as you say, once the nutritional status of those prey animals drops below a certain level, then it will start to affect the prey animals, at least the predators. So, for example, if the impala of this area start to become too denuded of nutrients, what will happen is that they will they'll start to digest their own muscles. They'll start to digest their own bone marrow, and once they start to do that, of course, they become much less nutritious to actually eat. But before they do that, they'll get weakened and they'll be a lot easier to catch. And because the bush is a lot less dense, they'll be easier to catch. But there will be a point beyond which they will become less healthy to eat. I'll try and draw you my graph if you're interested once we've left this lion sighting. I don't think we're going to hang around here for too long, everyone. There's really very little going on at all. So we'll sit here for a little bit longer. Let's head across to Byron for an update, and then we'll decide what to do from there.